Hey guys, did you miss me? I know I missed you guys last week, but thank you for tuning in. Hi, for those who's first tuning in, I am Love Ray of Foreplay with Ray, and welcome to the show. Today we're going to talk about sex. But first, before we get into that, let me go ahead and tell you if you have never met me in person, you can come down to Martinis on Broadway in Columbus, Georgia. I will be one of the hosts to the Grand Soir Sign. Come out, come see me, come show some love, to the artists. It's a big cash prize, so make sure you guys come out there and I'll see y'all there. Now, on to the show. Today we are talking about sex and sex fears and some other things that's probably going to catch you off guard because that's the best part of the show. I catch everyone off guard. Today we're going to start talking about the fear of sex. Did y'all know there's some people out there who's actually terrified of sex in all aspects? Like, everything about sex terrifies them. They don't masturbate. They don't do any of that. They literally have no sexual desire because the sexual desires put fear into them. And that is called erotophobia. Erotophobia is the fear of sex, and genophobia is the fear of the thought of sex. Now, if that's you, my heart goes out to you. Because personally, I could not. I just could not. I don't understand it. I get it, but then I don't get it because it's some people out there who's just like that. Just like the people who's like asexual and pansexual and all that, who just don't want anything to do with sex. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's your thing and if that's how you are, I feel you. I get you. It's not me. But we can talk about it one day if you want to. I want to know more about it. I want to know what scares you about it. I know what some people it's like, what was it? Well, some people it's like they're scared because they don't want the sensation. They don't have that nerve ending in their clitoris or their penis where it makes them want to fuck or come. And it's for some people, it's like a personal childhood or adult trauma that happened to them that makes them not want to ever do it again. And to each his own on that note. So we're going to leave it at that. Another thing I want to talk about today was, y'all, goodness gracious, I was watching porn the other day. And that never ends well for me because whenever I watch porn, I just think of the most off-the-wall type of shit in the world. And I don't know if y'all know this or not, but it's some of the most off-the-wall type shit on the freaking internet. Especially when it comes to porn. And y'all are nasty. Yeah, I'm a freak, but y'all nasty. Oh, y'all nasty. And y'all know y'all nasty. I saw one where it was this Latina lady. She was a cleaning lady. And she had on this harness type thing that had a mop, a broom, a dustpan, but she was naked, and the harness was like a freaking gate on her body. But she was being like spit on, and she was eating ass, and she was getting things done to her, and all of a sudden this big ass machine came out and it just started destroying her. And I'm like, whoa, why I don't. And it was crazy. It was the first one on the site that I went to because I do research for the shows. So here is this Latina lady with this fucking cleaning belt, basket, whatever you want to call it, on. And she's just being so disrespected and she's enjoying it. And she got all these tears in her eyes. But he's like, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you good? Are you good? And she's like, yes, keep going, keep going. And then the machine came out. I'm like, what the fuck would she want that inside of her? Because what is wrong with her? And yeah, then it was one that I saw. I didn't watch much of it because it was pretty gross. And I don't even agree with the context of it. This woman, and I'm pretty sure her asshole will never go back down to the same. But she was having cereal eating out her asshole. Like, it was a whole I guess it was a plastic cup or some type of shit. But it had like, I'm guessing Fruit Loops of milk. And the dude was just eating the fucking Fruit Loops out her ass. And she's just enjoying it. And I'm like, what would make you want to do that? Who gets turned on by this stuff? Like, who gets turned on by this stuff? Y'all are freaks. Y'all are some real, true, genuine, 100% freaks. And there's nothing wrong with that. Y'all know, y'all hear me say 1,000 million times in my show, there is nothing wrong with that. But that does not float my boat, and that is something I am not interested in knowing anything more about. Even if you want to talk about it one day, we can, but I will never. That's a hard limit for me. I'm not ever going to be into doing no shit like that. That's crazy. Also, you guys, fellas, y'all need to be more open about y'all kinks, because some of y'all are nasty as hell. Like, real nasty. It's been going around on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram of all these dudes who have been, I guess, how do I say it? They've been soliciting bones and sperm. And they've been masturbating with bones and sperm. And I'm not understanding if that's a new kink or if that's a new thing, but y'all are nasty, and that's just too freaking much. Like, yeah. So those things, I would say, make me have a fear of dealing with any of you people who are like that, because y'all into some real extreme stuff, and it's a big difference between being into extreme stuff and just going too fucking far. Y'all go too fucking far. Y'all go way too fucking far. Like, come on now. I mean, nipple play, boob jobs, rim jobs, all that, okay. Yeah, cool. Sounds safe to me, but you're not finna eat no cereal out my ass. You're not finna put no machinery up my ass. I was yesterday's years old when I found out that butt plugs don't actually have electric plugs on them. And you might think I'm crazy for saying this, right? But I thought, because of all the stuff that I've watched before with all the machinery, that the butt plugs were the machines that they fuck women with, like the anal machinery. And if you know what I'm talking about, go on Pornhub, X videos, whatever site you use, Tasty Blacks. It's a lot of porn sites out there. And look up anal machinery, and you gonna get a lot of fucking different videos. But we ain't gonna talk about all ass today, okay? Usually, I go into the deep dive about the ass. But today, we're gonna be a little bit more gentle. Because, I missed y'all. So, we're gonna backtrack to a topic I talked about probably my second week. We're gonna talk about limits and fantasies. Yes, this episode is fully loaded, and I promise you it all does fit in. So bear with me. I got a lot of shit to say. I didn't come on last week because I was dealing with some other things, so I apologize for that note. And for anyone who's watching this or listening to this, and you're like, who is this girl? And I hope her family listens to this. My family does. They do. And I'm grown. I have kids, and I swallow kids. So, don't judge me. Judge yourself. But anyway. So, limits and fantasies. Now, I guess I understand why some people are afraid to have sex. Because some people have more limits than others. Some people are not willing to do or go as far as other people are comfortable with going. Some people are not willing to take that chance or take that leap simply because sometimes y'all be doing too much. Like, y'all be doing too much, way too much. Y'all be wanting to do some weird shit that you can't handle yourself. Like, y'all want to fuck with fucking spikes and shit. Y'all want to let me choke you, make you pass out, and then I'm gonna fuck you while you sleep. That's scary. Who the fuck has a fetish like that will want to actually do that? That's some weird ass shit. That is disgusting as hell. Like, necrophilia is a thing, but if that's your thing and you get turned on by fucking dead bodies or people who sleep or passed out or whatever, that would make me scared of sex too. Cause like, why are you even into that? What makes you want to just be like, oh my god, I want to make sure that you're in a deep sleep because you're so sexy and I'm about to put my dick in you and it's gonna be so awesome. That shit is creepy as hell. Like, no, that's a very hard limit for a lot of people. But for some of y'all, that's your fantasy. And for some of us, we like to keep that shit away from me because that shit is weird. That shit is uncanny. It's unnatural. It's unwanted. It's completely uncomfortable. And then for some people, y'all be wanting to do like some of the most weird, crazy stuff that I don't think I would ever want to hear of. Like, some of you are into the machinery play. Me, listen, if it's not a rose or like a very small vibrator, I don't want that near me. You're not finna shock me because no, you're not finna bound me up. You're not finna hang me from no ceiling. You're not finna spin me around no goddamn dungeon wheel and see what happens. You're not finna do all that. Like, I watched 50 Shades of Grey. I watched 50 Shades of Grey. I love 50 Shades of Grey. I've seen all the 50 Shades of Greys. But, just like Anna, yeah, I got my limits. And certain shit you are not finna do to me. So if that's your thing, find somebody else. Find someone else. And if that's not your thing, then congrats to you. But it's women out there who's not into that. But I'm not going to keep coming down on the men. Women, now y'all know y'all can do better. Y'all can do better. Y'all be wanting some weird shit too. But then when a weird shit happens to you, you don't understand how to accept it because you don't talk to all this big boy shit. And now it's not happened. And you like, I just don't want to be touched because of the fact that he did what I wanted him to do, but it wasn't good enough. So I'm just going to leave this person alone because they didn't understand what I meant. Well, did you understand what you meant? Did you understand what you was asking for? Were you really ready to handle all that pressure you've been asking for? You can't ask a man, hey, would a female like me? I've seen this and I've heard this and I don't understand it. Ladies, why do we do this? This woman literally put on social media one day, she was like, if you can't go 5 rounds with me a night, then I don't want to fuck with you. But then I guess she got with somebody that could top that shit, and she was like, I don't understand why all men want sex. What do you mean? You just put out there a self-advertisement saying you want a man that can go 5 rounds a night. Like, each night, that's a lot of rounds each night. It's 7 days a week. 5 times 7 is 35. You want to fuck 35 times a week. Like, I mean, some people that's not a lot, but to normal people, that's too much. And that would wear you out. That would wear you the fuck out. Like, but then when you meet somebody who's trying to do that, and you be like, nah, you doing too much. Don't nobody want to fuck that much. Then why put it on social media? Why put it on social media? Why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you put all that false advertising out just so you can meet somebody that's trying to give you what you want, but you can't handle it? Come on. I'd be scared to fuck you too. Because clearly you don't know what you want. Yeah, that part. And then also, ladies, another thing we have to stop doing is we have to stop being so quiet in the bedroom as far as something that's making us uncomfortable, or if it's too much, or if it's not satisfactory, if he's tasting you and he's not doing a good job and the shit hurts a little bit, and so you tell him, say, listen, you're not understanding the assignment right now. You gotta, I'm gonna tell you how I like it to be done, and I want you to do it that way. It's okay to do that. It's okay to do that. And if he gets butt hurt, then he don't deserve you. He don't deserve nothing that you're trying to give him, even if it's a one night stand. Listen, if you're having a one night stand and the shit's not enjoyable and you're not feeling it, girl or boy, go. Make up some type of excuse and get your ass up out of there, because don't nobody want to feel like they're pressured or forced to have sex with somebody because they're there. No. Get your ass up and go. Don't waste that person's time, and don't put yourself in a dangerous situation, because that can also scare you into not wanting to have sex because of the fact that, damn, I was ready to go. I really didn't want to do it. It was not enjoyable. The vibe was all fucking wrong. So I'm just going to go. But instead of you going, you stay. And then you end up in a situation where you don't want to be touched again because of the fact that you stayed somewhere where you weren't comfortable. And if they don't understand that you're not comfortable, you need to get the fuck out of there anyway. Period. But also, y'all, if a person is not comfortable, that's why it's important for you to ask for, like, how do I say this? Cues. Like, it's important for you to ask, is this feeling okay? Is it good? Are you good? But don't quiz them the whole night. Just make sure their comfort level is on the same as yours, because if you don't, then it's not going to really get what needs to be done. Okay? Yeah, are y'all following me? I hope y'all are following me. So, yeah, about that part. And then, with sexual limits, like, you have to know and you have to overstand. You have to overstand when you are going past a person's limit. And when you are going past a person's limit, whoever you hooking up with, you need to make sure you ask that person, what is your limit? What won't you do? What are you not comfortable with? And if they don't know, then when their body starts giving you the cues to, back up, stop, shit's uncomfortable, shit's not working, it's too much, overstimulation is going on right now, just leave it be, let it alone. Y'all gotta understand that means back the fuck up and stop and stop. And even if they say it's okay, keep going, just ease up, okay? Because don't nobody want to be in a situation where they don't went with the flow just long enough so that you won't get mad. Because honestly, it's fuck your feelings when it comes to that. If you feeling upset because old buddy told you to stop, or old girl told you to stop, and you don't want to stop, then that's you. That's all the way 1,000,000% on you. Now, another thing that I wanted to discuss today, I told you it's fully loaded, but it is all tying in, and now y'all get what I'm saying. Ladies and gentlemen. So, back to my porn watching. This never ends well for me, apparently, because of the fact that sometimes I watch porn to do research, but I also read a lot. I love reading erotic novels. I love reading all kinds of erotic novels. I get so many ideas from them. But y'all gotta work on y'all romance. Y'all gotta step y'all game up. Please step your game up. Like, these imaginary men that are so fucking open and poetic when it comes down to sex and romancing a person. I wish they existed in real life, because apparently they're hard as fuck to find in real life. Because I was reading one the other day. I forgot what it was called, but I read that book in a day. And it was an ebook. And I read it in a day. And it was so good, because it just made me feel like, damn, why can't men or women be like that in real life? Like bold. You know what you want. You know what you gonna do. And when it came down to sex, the man in all erotic novels is the one person that pleases the woman before she pleases him. And y'all are not like that in real life, man. Y'all know y'all not like that in real life. Y'all be having a lot of attitudes and stuff. Y'all don't get y'all dick sucked. Y'all be having attitudes and stuff, but she don't want to get on top and ride. Listen, sometimes we don't want to get on top and ride. Okay? We don't want to get on top and ride. I'm getting a little loud. I'm sorry. But sometimes we don't want to get on top and ride. We don't always want to be the ones to get on our knees and suck your dick. We don't always want to be the ones that initiate it. We gotta go out and buy lingerie and be all sexy fine and stuff. But meanwhile, oh, y'all think y'all doing something because y'all dropped y'all boxers. That's it. You couldn't shave. You couldn't like put on some aftershave or something. You couldn't put on anything to, make me be like, okay, all right, you can get all this, but we gotta put on lingerie and we gotta seduce you and we gotta go down and give you head and all kinds of shit in order for you to just go ahead and understand, okay, now she wanna fuck, so get on top. We don't always want to get on top. We don't. And in most romance novels I've read, and in a good bit of the porn that I've watched, we not always on top. And we're not lazy for that. It's a certain thing called back shots. It is a certain thing called back shots, or missionary, or any other position that does not require us to be the main one to do all the work. Like, do y'all not understand that? Like, what is so hard to understand about that? We don't want to always be the ones to do all the work. We already gotta cook and clean for y'all, even if we in a relationship. We always the ones to text first. We always the ones to do all that extra stuff. I mean, do men still send flowers anymore? Like, do y'all not know what romance is? I'm starting to think you don't. But if you don't, okay, all right, I get it. But if you do, then it's you good with me. You are definitely good with me. You're okay in my book. And before y'all say I'm coming down on the man too hard, no, I'm not. I'm telling you guys to step it up, because most of you men, the things y'all doing is making y'all not deserve no pussy at all. Really, truly, from the bottom of my heart. Y'all put in so little effort. And us women do not necessarily want and need for y'all to cater to us. We don't want and we don't need it, but we would like it. It would make us feel like you deserve it. So, step your game up, fellas. Step your game up. Nothing wrong with that, okay? Now, I'm about to wrap things up. Key points from this episode is if, 1, step your game up, guys. 2, it's people out there who are genuinely terrified of sex. So that does not make them scary. That just makes them not want to do it. And if you can't deal with a person like that, then maybe you shouldn't be with nobody. 3, watch porn. You will learn a lot of things. And if you like cereal eating out your ass, then hey, that's you. Me personally, I'm still not, nothing can convince me to do that. And no amount of money will make me want to do that. And last but not least, as I said in the beginning of the episode, I will be one of the hosts at the Grand Hall Sign on Thanksgiving night at Martini's on Broadway. So make sure you guys come out and see me and check out all these amazing artists performing. And thank you guys for tuning in. And as I say each and every episode, if you don't have anyone to make you come, go fuck yourself. Thanks.